Here we are out of the gate with Zwift Crit Racing Club on November 23rd. We're doing 2 laps of double span spin. Right out of the gate, we've got a racer who's decided to go off like a rocket right out of the gates and see if he can stay away for the entire race. I say let him burn his matches, let him dangle off front as long as possible, let him wear himself out. But the group had other ideas in mind, and they're happy to chase it down. But he still stays off the front for another kilometer or so. It seems it's an awful bold tactic. If no one's going with you off the front and you're there for a kilometer, you should realize that you're not going to be able to stick out for 20 kilometers for the win. If you are, your chances are you're in the wrong category. So here we go. We catch up to him with 2 kilometers of racing done. Still in the subway on this New York course. I believe we're just in the subway one time, so only one down and only one escalator. It is up to the top of the Manhattan Sprint for the actual start gate. We have a pretty long lead in, and then the lap consists of one time up the Brooklyn Bridge KOM, and then Manhattan Sprint for the finish. So there are 2 points where the group is going to get split up. Here we still have the main group. I believe some people were dropped off the start, which is rough. It's rough being in the bottom end of a category, and then someone starts off really hot, and you get dropped, and your race is over within 30 seconds. But here we have still a big group getting ready to make the turn to go up Manhattan Bridge for that sprint, and some people start putting on the gas. I think it was the same rider for who did the first attack. He made a first push on this little climb, and nothing too drastic, but my goal is just to stick with the front group through the first lap and see how it goes, see how I feel in the second gap. Not attack off the front, but just put myself in a position where I'm close to the front without being on the front, and just so I don't get caught out by bad positioning and get dropped. So here we go through the first gate. We're down now to 13. So the group went from 24 to 13 just on that short climb there. Now back downhill, and then quickly we'll go back up again to the Brooklyn KOM. Again here, not trying to be at the front, just trying to be in the front-ish group. I don't think anyone's going to do any attacks on the flats, but you never know. I just don't want to be in a position where somehow I miss a move and then get lost. So I'm just trying to conserve as much energy as possible without going too deep too early. So here we are getting ready sort of this weird KOM where it's downhill for several hundred meters, and then we'll go back up. No one went too hard here. I had the arrow power up, so not going to be too helpful on the climb itself. Just trying to stay up within the first 3 or 4 riders on most of these climbs, not push myself too hard, not get off the front in the track, but just be in a position where I am confident that I'll be able to stick with the group. I don't want to be dangling off the back. In a ladder race last week, I was dangling off the back, and then 1 second quickly became 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it was no man's land until the finish. So just trying to learn from that mistake and be a little bit pay a little bit more attention to where I am in the group. There, drop the arrow just as I'm going through the banner, just to have a little bit of advantage going the downhill. And then picked up another arrow power up. So here we go. We'll go down this hill, and there's even less time to recover before we go back up the Manhattan Sprint. I believe we dropped another 4 riders there, so now we're down to 9 going into the Manhattan Sprint, which will finish off this first lap. So Gerard was clearly the strongest, and I threw in a message like this, and as soon as you throw in something like this, someone says, well, hold my beer, I'm going to try to be the strongest. And then they start attacking off the front, starting to burn matches. Again, here it's still a long way to go. No one's going to stick for that long. I'll let someone else try to pull that back. I don't need to bridge that on my own. Same here. I'm not going to try to bridge this. Cook goes off. He gets 5 seconds, but again, it's a long way to go. You've got a big group behind you. Unless you're super strong, it's going to be hard to hold that as a solo attack. So quickly bring Cook back. And now still we didn't drop anyone there, or did we? No, I think we're still going to go in with 9 into the last lap here. So we again have this little bit of a downhill before we go up again to Brooklyn KOM. Always have a feeling it's going to be a little bit harder, a little bit faster on lap 2. People will have held on to something looking to make this attack here. So let's see how this plays out here. I don't have any power up because I kind of messed that one up. I hit the arrow power up just after the banner for the segment. So now I've got nothing coming up on this Brooklyn KOM, but it would have been nice if I had a feather power up. Here, Bourgeot had taken the early attack up off the front here. We seem to have dropped a couple. Cook, after that attack on Manhattan Bridge Sprint, he's already lost 11 seconds early on the climb. He blew up really quick. So we dropped 1, 2 coming into the segment banner here up at the top. We're down to 7. Yeah, I don't think Zuniga comes back with us. So again, Girard is still here, still looking strong. Sutter's pretty strong after that big attack on the Manhattan Sprint climb on the previous turn up there. So now I've got the arrow power up coming in for the finish. Group of 7. Everyone's taking it easy now, knowing there's going to be a hard go up that last climb. So we're just about to make the turns, and then we'll quickly climb up here again. So my main worry here, I thought Girard would be strong coming up here, but it's Sutter who goes quick off the front, and then our Danish friend Kimping, he starts to go here. So he goes, and then I sit down for a second, then he goes again, and I'm not able to get back up to speed. Bourgeot is in front of me. I'm really trying hard to pull around, but the heart rate's high. He pulls off, and now I'm just trying to hold on to the podium position here. So finished 3rd, which I'm pretty happy about. And so the podium finish, look at the numbers here. So what I'm proud about here is that I was able to use less power than almost everyone around me and still get a really high finish. So I was smart. I was able to be in the right position, use the position, raced it smart, and expended a lot less energy than those around me. So I'm pretty happy with that finish. I wasn't able to stick with the front 2 in that sprint, but other than that, it was a pretty good race all around. Happy with it. All right, thanks for watching again. I'll see you next race.